IIP, okay, it's Investors in People is what it stands for. It's, I would say, three main things. First of all, it's a guide for organizations in how to lead and manage people to a world-class standard. Then it's about how an organization can continuously improve. So it's always going back to what do you want to do as an organization and how can you make sure that your leadership and management is helping you to achieve that exactly. So it's different for every organization. And then it's an accreditation. So organizations, if they meet certain criteria, then they can actually be accredited and they can move up accreditation levels from the basic to the best. And it takes organizations through that transformation. Actually, when I think about Q2 and the history of Q2 and Investors in People, they actually were the very first Filipino company to be Investors in People accredited. And if you think Investors in People is available in every country in the world, that's in itself is quite an achievement. Then why is it still an IIP company? I think it's because the leaders of Q2, in my observation, really are committed to continuous improvement. Not just in people management and leadership, in everything, but for us, it's the continuous improvement in leadership and management that really matters for their Investors in People accreditation. They are platinum, I think, because if you go back to the fact that they have been Investors in People since 2006, so quite a long time, they have been continuously improving. And every time we go back to see Q2, have conversations with Q2 management team, just actually see the organization, we can see the transformation. If you think back to 2002, there was, I think, 60 people. Already a good organization, but 60 people. Now, fast forward, and Q2 owns its own property, its own offices, and more than 200 people, and transforming all the time into a better organization. Also, I think a really critical thing for Platinum is to be sharing your good practices, and Q2 do that. And one of the things that we were just discussing as a whole community of Investors in People was Q2's happiness index. And we had a presentation for the whole community which met your IIP and HR person, key person, that can achieve Platinum. And Q2 is only one of two, by the way, and the first in the Philippines to be Platinum, is because those organizations allow their HR to be innovative. So other organizations learn from Q2. All of the people who were there from different organizations when we were talking about the happiness index learned from what Q2 are doing. And every time I go back to Q2, I learn. So it's not just other organizations. When I am with Q2 doing, say, an assessment or an annual review, there's something new. And I will go back to my organization and we might do the same thing because it's a great practice. Those are the main things I can think of as to why Q2, without going into all the detail of what they've achieved in the 27 themes of Investors in People, are Platinum.